burned almost everything. We're going down. Everything is burned. Over here we see the flag of Al-Nusra. Al-Nusra, for the ones that don't know, it's the terrorist group that took this name for Al-Qaeda. We keep on seeing, and here is another flag. We see here another flag of Al-Nusra. And here we have a jacket of the white helmets. Unfortunately, these people burn most of the evidence. They have given me permission to come. Some other journalists have been here before. So as you can see, this is the work that the white helmets have been doing. We found also medicine to numb people. A lot of the neighbors over here have said that they were not taking care of civilians, but only militants that carry weapons and fighters. Take your own conclusions. Al-Qaeda headquarters here, and just like not even 2 meters away, it is the white helmets headquarters. So if you follow me, please. It's a pity to see that we have been feeding up all these films that have come to the West, that have shown death, that have shown us the supposed heroes that have been only fueling the war. This school over here, Abidal Al-Ghaffari here in Sokur neighborhood, that it says ISIS, Islamic State, for Iraq, for Al-Sham, Palestine, Syria, Jordan, Lebanon. I'm going to show you now. Please, if you can follow me. The opposition of the government, their flag is black, green, and white. So you will see this black, green, and white in many places. You see everything is walking distance from one place to the other. These are the moderate rebels we in the West have been sponsoring, we have been aiding. You saw that the school, and right behind you saw the White Helmets headquarters. I am continuing with you just to show you the incredible proximity that all this stands for. Here is the school that we came. Remember, the school that was the headquarters for Al-Nusra, the group of Al-Qaeda in Syria, was also teaching children and brainwashing them in order to get the type of education that they've expected them to have. It's unfortunate that here, where they used to have a secular education before, today is this dangerous to go? Sorry, I'm trying to make this live without cuts so you can see it. Here is the entrance of the school. I want to show you here the teaching of Islam.
Allah, my God, my prophet, Islam, my religion, Quran is my constitution.
This is the dress code of a woman, where it says you cannot use anything transparent, you have to be fully covered, that you should not show off, you cannot wear perfume. Things cannot be tied to your body. They need to be very loose.
Not similar to the main.
And it cannot be any similar to the men clothes, meaning like no pants. I would get beheaded right away. So now I'm going to show you in front of the school what is that we have. This is the parking lot. Here is the ambulance. If you turn to this side, this is another ambulance. This is a British ambulance. UK has been sponsoring the white helmets, #1, with 65 million pounds. And the United States, I believe, if I'm not making a mistake, between 25 or 45 million dollars. And the representatives, the State Department had reported this in their briefing to the press. So you see, the British were helping and supporting the white helmets, and they were also, in a way, putting them as heroes. We, that we do not have the access to these, believe these lies. They're no heroes. They work with 3 of the terrorist groups we already saw. ISIS, Al-Qaeda, Islam. This is very sad. We're going to go now, walking distance. This is how East Aleppo was living. Only in Sokur neighborhood. You had the headquarters of all of the terrorist groups. You got also the headquarters of the White Helmets. We're seeing why there were confrontations. This is the entrance. You see that is a red crescent. It's like the Red Cross, which is supposed to be a hospital to help people and help civilians. So this was the original Red Crescent. You can see how the actual confrontation on the shelling on the Battle of Aleppo happened. You can see also here on the side. I forgot to show you boots that are actually coming from the United States, that are the same boots that our army in the United States use. We're going to do a little briefing. I show you the headquarters of the White Helmets. I show you the headquarters of Al-Nusra. I showed you thank you. I showed you I'm sorry, it just breaks my heart because I've seen the death and I've seen so many people every time the United States attacks on Syria. Every time that France or the UK is sending more weapons. Can you read what it says here? Syrian American Medical Society. 1998. This was founded in 1998. This is over here. You can see here what it says. This is a group. This is the American Syrian Coalition, something like this. If I make mistake, correct me. That we're working together. Haram, haram, haram. For the Americans having to help us, something like this. Yes, and over here it says that the coalition with Qatar, with Saudi, with the United States and everybody else helping for a sort of like a revolution in Syria. You see here, please watch this. Come close. This over here is the flag of Al-Nusra. So we have here, the United States is helping us. This is the association. And here are the flags of Al-Nusra. Over here again, this is another terrorist group. This terrorist group also belongs to Al-Nusra. So we, the American people, we in the West have been aiming and have been supporting terrorists. We have directly, with a plan, been supporting terrorism and the killing of hundreds of thousands of Syrians. We have done this in Iraq, 1 million people. We have done it in Libya. We have done it in Afghanistan. We are killing our neighbors. We're killing our brothers. We can't keep on paying our taxes to support these people. We can't keep on giving our money and not send our children to school and not have free education, not have free health care. Syria has free health care. Syria has free education. Maybe this government is not perfect, and I'm sure it's not perfect, and I'm sure it made 100 mistakes, and I'm sure many people are not happy with it. And I'm also sure there were people among the revolution that in their head and in their heart knew and wanted truly a better Syria. But this opened the doors for this, for our great empires to come and take over. What? Please, you take your conclusions. I'm doing this not for political reasons. I'm doing this for humanitarian reasons. Thank you very much to the people of Syria. Thank you very much for the people of Latin America, the American people and the European people that believe this and want the end of war. Peace for Syria, salam for Syria, salam for Syrians, for the people of Syria, and finally, end of this war. I send you my love. Thank you so much for following us. I'm sorry I didn't do this in Spanish, but I will try to put subtitles and send it to you. Thank you. Shukran.
So, that was a Jake. I'm going to go now to some other articles here, as I want to try to get to them. Syrian air defenses repel strikes targeting 2 air bases. And this was the attacks yesterday. Syrian air defense systems have downed missiles that may have been a new Israeli state strike. According to media reports, the attacks reportedly targeted Shabha Air Base in Homs province and Al-Duma base in northeast of Damascus. And this is, of course, areas where Hezbollah is, which is, the Iranian support. Up to 10 missiles were destroyed by the Syrian armed forces. A military source told Sputnik the Syrian air defenses managed to intercept some of the projectiles, according to Syrian Arab News Agency reporter. So, anyhow, they were able to thwart the attacks. And here's another one that I think you'll find interesting. If this fucking thing will work. Fucking goddamn Esau. Hold on. Okay, there it is. OPCW, chemical weapons inspectors enter Duma, Syrian state media. A team of inspectors of the Organization of the Prohibition of Chemical Weapons has arrived in the Syrian town of Duma to investigate an alleged attack from 2 weeks ago, Syrian state media reported. The team arrived in Syria earlier this week, but its deployment on the ground in Damascus suburb was slowed down by security concerns. Duma was freed by Syrian government forces last week after a Russian brokered agreement with Jaish al-Islam militants occupying the town resulted in their mass evacuation, and I showed you the evacuations. Civilians who had been forced to endure life under the militants left the town through humanitarian corridors in their thousands. So who was liberating the people? Russia. As Alex Jones said, they are the white knights, not America. America is the terrorist, supports terrorists. Leader of ISIS cell supporters blows himself up to avoid arrest in Russia. So, pretty much we know that America supports us. The leader of a terrorist cell, which had connections to the jihadist group Islamic State, which is really Israeli State, has killed himself with an improvised explosive device in order to avoid being arrested, Russian law enforcement said. So, again, I'd like to see America commit suicide too, because, the nuclear war's coming. I hope all you fuckers die. Sorry I don't have any scriptures, but I have run out of time, and these are 15 minutes long. I'll try to in the next one. Shalom.